why don't you take questions from the press?
Just make a path for us, that's all.
Why don't you take questions from the press?
Y'all liars.
What are we lying about exactly?
Yeah, what are we lying about exactly?
One of the big issues, and in some ways surprising that it's been so effective already, is what Donald Trump has done on the borders. Now, he did it last time, I know, but the situation was right out of control, and already there is clear evidence that the influx of illegal migrants has been halted. Have a look at this report.
San Diego has closed an office that was opened up to receive illegals. What's that tell us?
It tells us the border is more secure than it's ever been. Detained for removal. That is what the Trump administration is doing. That's what the promise that President Trump made to the American people. We're concentrating on the export program.
They're in the export business now, Kristen.
That's right. Yeah. Crossings at the southern border have virtually slowed to a halt since Trump has taken office. And that's because the projection of strength has just deterred migrants. They don't think it's worth making that trip anymore. Friends down in Texas, where I used to live, are constantly texting me pictures of the neighborhoods that are considered, hot spots for migration. The Home Depots, the grocery stores, they are all completely empty. The illegal migration is just not happening right now. I will say DHS released some numbers between the inauguration and February 3rd. About 5,600 people had been deported. If those kind of numbers, continue to be consistent, that means that actually fewer than 12,000 people have been deported as of today. And keep in mind, under Joe Biden, we were seeing 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 migrants being apprehended per day. So the deportations are actually not that high, but at least we have stopped the flow of migrants into the country. But I think a lot of Americans would love to see that deportation number much higher.
Yeah, also people smugglers, they're an inventive lot, and already they're trying to work around through the northern border, through Canada. Have a look.
Illegal Canadian coyotes are using TikTok to promote crossings into the United States, revealing secret routes and offering services to migrants. New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis is urging a federal probe, saying the Department of Justice should investigate how these apps are being utilized for nefarious activity and get cooperation from the companies that operate them.
And Kristen, this underscores why Donald Trump's been wise too to put pressure on Canada to stop drugs and people coming through that border.
Precisely. The U.S.-Canada border is actually the largest and longest land border in the world, and it's largely unguarded. I can tell you this firsthand. My family actually owns some properties up in a town called Colebrook, New Hampshire. It is way up there right next to the Canada border, and there is nothing up there, Chris. It is totally undefended. There's nobody on either side, and these coyotes, these smugglers, what they are doing is advertising on social media platforms like TikTok as if, human smuggling is just a legitimate business. They are telling people, hey, pay us $5,000 and we'll take you across on a safe journey. They even have some testimonials up on these social media accounts. And I was looking at the statistics. The large majority of these migrants coming across from the northern border are Indian nationals. I can tell you right now, up in the Northeast, I'm in Massachusetts right now. My family lives in New Hampshire. It is freezing up here. So I think as the weather gets warmer, these numbers of illegal migrants coming from the northern border will continue to tick up. This needs to be something that is addressed by the Trump administration because it could become a big problem.